Hi, this video is to show you how I expect you to submit your sample web page that has an image, a sound file, and a video included on it. And I'm going to go over a couple of brief things first before we get down to putting this in Dreamweaver. When you start working with images, as I mentioned earlier in the class, you need to have an image prepared and saved to be used on the web. This is an image I downloaded from iStock Photo, and you can see this is a pretty big image. This is the actual size of the image. It's larger than an 8 by 10. Now this image has a resolution of 300, which is way too high. And if we were to save this for the web and put it on a web page, the image would end up this large. Now you can take on a web page and grab a hold of the handles that would be there and drag it down, but you're still dragging down an image that's this size. And this image is going to take a little over 5 minutes to download at 56.6 kilobytes per second. Now, I took this same image, I made it smaller simply by reducing the size of it and by reducing the resolution. Drop that down to 72, and when I save this for the web, this has gone from being this enormous file. It's down now to one that will upload or download on a computer in 4 seconds. So you need to be sure that you take those images and get them sized correctly. Now, I also downloaded an image, a video from iStock Photo, and you can see that this is 79.1 megabytes. This is a tremendously large video. And again, if you're putting this on a website, do you really need a video this big? There aren't many screens that would be able to show this video. It's much larger than it needs to be. What I've done is I've used an encoder and I've brought this down to a more usable size. And you need to be aware that when you're doing this, you'll need to use some kind of encoder. If you've got a video, you want to get it to the smallest size that still has the kind of quality that you want to use. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to go to Dreamweaver and you're going to set up a Dreamweaver site. Now, I've gone ahead and set up this sample multimedia page, and I've filled it with placeholder text, which is called the lorem ipsum placeholder. And I have a website you can go to that's mentioned in one of the files early on in the class where you can download the placeholder text. Now let's go ahead and add this video. We're going to put the video right at the top, and we're going to insert a media, and it's an FLV. Now this video, when it was first saved, was saved as an F4V. You have no problems if you take that 4 and make an L out of it and upload it as an FLV. And before an object can be inserted, the file must be saved. Before you do anything to a web page in Dreamweaver like this, you've got to save it. So we're going to save it, and we'll call it Multimedia Sample. And I have a folder set up. We're going to save it to that. And now we need to find that URL, and it's in that folder where I have images, and it's at iStock. We're going to choose that, and you have a choice of the kind of skin that you want to use. It can detect size automatically, or you can set the size. I suggest letting it detect the size because this means that the image that I've encoded it is now 300 pixels wide. And so now we're going to click OK, and that's downloaded, and we can take a look at that by previewing it on the browser. Again, when we go to a browser, we have to save it before it gets previewed. These are files that Dreamweaver automatically sets up in your site. These would have to be uploaded to a website along with the file, otherwise it won't play. And now you can see that that video that we had that was much larger is now a much more usable size. Now, let's go ahead and add an image, and let's stick an image in over here at this point. And to do that, we're going to go up to Insert. We're going to insert an image. It's going to ask us where the image is. You're going to click that. One thing that's important, alternative text. People who are using a reader need to know what the image is, and this is going to be guy with glasses. And we're going to click OK, and that's, you can see that image has now been put in. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to put that over on the right side of the page. Text wraps around it automatically. Now we want to put the sound file in. I'm just going to stick it down here, and to insert the sound file we go to Insert, Media, Media, and we got to go to Plugin, and it will again automatically add the MP3 plugin that we choose. There's the URL, and we click Choose, and that file's added. Again, if we want to take a look at this, we go to File, Preview in Browser, Safari. It's going to ask us to save. We want to save, and it will open it up. Now that audio file is stuck right in there, and it can be played. It plays automatically the first time, but you can play it again if you want. I'm not going to play it again, but that's the way it looks in the browser, and I have all three of those elements now added. Now let's take a look at that file. There's Multimedia Examples. Now, remember I said I had created this file, and I put an image file in there where I put the three elements that I was going to include in the website. Dreamweaver automatically added the skin and the FLV player, which is an FWF player, and you should know by now that that's a flash player that is put in there for the movie. And there are scripts in here that are also used for sound and video and the image. There is our sample. That's the web page. Now, when you're going to send this file to me as an attachment, you probably will need to take the whole file, zip it, and send it as an attachment to my web page that's posted in the class. If you have any questions, just either send me an email or zip me a phone call, and I'll answer any questions that you have. I'll post this also as a sample so that you can see this in the class.